There is a time that this government respects the members of all sides of this House. It is becoming apparent they are disrespectful, and it's not acceptable.
Now, is this an epic Lindsay Hoyle order for more respect for MPs fully justified? I believe so. Better low than a do-over all well. This all kicked off after PMQs in the House of Commons, where the Speaker of the House, Lindsay Hoyle, obviously, had to deal with a triple whammy of points of orders from Labour's Butler and Debbie Abrahams, and then one from a Tory MP, Anna Firth, that you might need to sit down before watching.
Mr. Speaker, I don't know if you're shocked, but I am. The Deputy Prime Minister had an opportunity to correct the record today where he misled the House on the 7th of June. He failed to do so, Mr. Speaker.
As we know, we can't say misled. Inadvertently, obviously, he must have misled.
Okay.
Do it that way.
Mr. Speaker, the Deputy Prime Minister inadvertently misled the House but didn't come to correct the record, even though we've made it clear that he has, in regards to the £28 billion costing mortgage payers £1,000 a year. The only place that appeared was in the Daily Mail. He's disrespecting yourself, Mr. Speaker. He's disrespecting Parliament and the House, and according to the Ministerial Code, he should now resign. Mr. Speaker, can you advise me? He is in breach of the Ministerial Code. How can I ensure that he resigns?
Can I first of all say I thank the honourable member for giving notice of a point of order. What I would say is, as I said last week, the responsibility lies with the Minister to make any necessary correction to the record. What I would say is, I think it is upon government to look at itself. If the Ministerial Code is not being adhered to, I really do think the rules need to be looked at again to ensure that ministers, because don't forget elections change ministers as well, that ministers ought to ensure that this House hear the facts. I will leave it at that. I will now come to Debbie Abrahams.
Very grateful, and it's on a related point of order. I wrote to the Prime Minister on the 17th of January to ask him to support my elected representative Code of Conduct Bill, which aims to restore confidence and trust in politics and politicians, and amongst other things, allowing the independent advisor on ministerial standards to commission their own inquiries. I still have had no response, unfortunately, from the Prime Minister. I followed this up with a letter on the 9th of June, which included a series of questions about the process by which he decided not to ask his independent advisor to undertake an inquiry into the Home Secretary in relation to her allegedly pressurising officials to assist with her speeding offence. I appreciate that we are about a week from recess, and I wonder if he can advise me in terms of how I can get a timely response from the Prime Minister.
Can I first of all say once again, I thank the honourable member for giving notice of a point of order. As she will know, this is not a matter for the chair, but there are clear expectations that correspondence from honourable members will be dealt with within a reasonable time frame. And I've got to say, I do stress, members deserve early replies on behalf of the constituents. It's the constituents that put MPs in this House. I don't mind which part of the chamber they come from, but I expect ministers, they all seem to want the job, will take the job seriously and ensure that honourable members get the replies in due time. What I would say is I'm sure the Treasury bench now is making a key note of this to ensure that that reply will be here before the House goes up. And I'm sure, as I know the Honourable Lady, she will remind me before the House goes up that that reply has not arrived. But I do stress there is a time that this government respects the members of all sides of this House. It is becoming apparent they are disrespectful, and it's not acceptable. Now then, Anna Firth.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. On a point of order, I wish to correct the record. During yesterday's debate on the illegal migration bill, I inadvertently said that the Minister reminded us we had taken 550 million refugees since 2015, an obvious error. I want to put on record that what I meant to say was that the Minister had reminded us we'd taken 550,000 refugees since 2015, a number I believe we can still be proud of.
Can I first of all say I thank the honourable member for your notice of the point of order. I'm also grateful that she has come forward to correct the record. I hope she's set an example for others to follow. So I do thank that. Thank you very much.
Didn't see that one coming, did you? Especially from a Tory MP, eh? Wow, correcting the record. So, fair play. Fair play. Also, Lindsay Hoyle. Clearly seen me a threat since I've come onto the scene and started sitting in this green chair. He's grown a pair, which makes a change over the last few months and year or so. So, well done. Also, if you've made it this far in this video and you've enjoyed it, give it a like. All helps. And also, if you're new to this channel and you're into stuff that's into the House of Commons and select committee meetings, this is your channel, so subscribe. What harm can it do? So anyway, I'm going to leave the video here. Take care, have a fantastic weekend, and I shall bid you farewell.